Good morning, everybody.
And welcome back to our first show.
So today we will talk about some daily issues, daily problem, and try to think it through together with you.
And today's subject is failure. How do we perceive, how do we see failure, and how we react to it actually. So, what do you think about failure?
The more I go with my business, the more I realize that failure is a natural thing to have to involve. I know that a lot of people say it, but I realize it more and more. I realize it. Let's take our example. So this quarantine did us make us fail in some point or another. I don't consider it a big failure, but it is a fail in some point.
If you call it failure, yeah, exactly.
But that situation did make us better in a lot of ways. In cost management, in forecasting, in putting in perspective things, in valuing the right things, in working hard better and working together, in valuing the brand better than anything else. So in a way, the result of it, the consequence of that considered failure, did push us to be better. So in a way, failure is an essential element to move forward. If you don't have that, you will not move forward. So if you see that failure is a difficult situation that make you involve in the future, failure is essential to move forward.
Yeah, we talked about it just a little bit in a previous episode where I said that failure is not the end of things. It's not the last stop. It is actually one essential, it is inevitable in life. There's nobody who's never failed unless they live in a cave or somewhere they are not doing anything with their lives. Failure is essential. It is the biggest lesson in life, the biggest teacher in life. If you fail, there is a reason why. You are supposed to learn a lesson or to know yourself better, to improve something, so it's actually what starts your learning process or what starts your experience. Because with failure, you will adapt, you will adjust, you will learn something new, and with that, you will succeed eventually. So if you see it like it's the end, I failed, I'm gonna cry, I'm not gonna do anything about it, then I actually didn't understand the lesson or I didn't learn the lesson. So I see failures as hard as it is, as hurtful as it is, as it's never easy, but I see it as a lesson. I see it as something that was inevitable to happen. That was essential for it to happen, so that I will learn something new. Learn myself or learn in life in general. So we should see it as fall down 7 times, get up 8,
Yeah, for sure. I think also, and give us your opinion on this, we did discuss the last time about the depression and how depression, it is hard, it is something very painful and very difficult, but the depression itself, if you succeed and you go out from it, is an element who did make you the new version which is better. So in a way, if you take a step back, depression is an element in your life which did make you be a better version of yourself. I'm not saying that you need to seek depression, but depression was a real criteria which did
I
make
wouldn't
you.
say no. When I talk about failure, everybody go through it, and it's inevitable. It's essential. I don't see depression as inevitable and essential as well. We react differently, so people. It depends on you. You can be like we talked about failure. Failure may get you to go through depression or not. It depends on you. It depends on your mental health. It depends on your psychology, I would say. So it's something different, but it's the way you react, or your body reacts and your mind reacts to a certain situation. Now, failure is something that happens to you, you know. Depression is the way you react to the things that happen to you.
Yeah,
so it's different.
I'm not saying that you need to. That's why I'm not saying that you need to seek depression. But if you take a step back and you see your life, that depression did make you the new version of yourself, because that depression is a result of you confronting your fear or confronting your comfort zone in such difficult way that even your mind didn't understand. So
Maybe you can
if
see
you
it
take
that,
a
like that.
step back, the whole thing, it's not like the failure. Sometimes you need to seek it, because otherwise you mean that you didn't test new things. But depression, don't seek it. But if you take a step back, there is a good thing about it. It was an essential element which did make you a better person.
It's a combination of the things that happened, the way you reacted, the way you lived through it, the way you saw it, the way you grew from it. So it's a combination, but yeah, that the whole package is what makes you the way you are now. So we should not, you should see it obviously as something you grew from, as something, as lessons learned, as something that made you stronger, made you react in a different way the next time. So yeah, it's a whole package. We are constant or continuous learners, so we keep on learning, and failures are what make us go outside of our, obviously once you fail it means that you went outside of your comfort zone, so there's nothing but positive outcome, I would say, new things. So yeah, all in all, it is a positive thing, I would say. So depression is along the way in the process, but the whole package is what made you
the whole package.
the person you are today. Anyway, yeah, so tell us what you think about it, you guys. What you think about failures, how you live through your failures, and comment below or send us messages through Instagram or LinkedIn.
Moving on to section number 2, where we see new codes and try to inspire each other on it.
And today's quote is
People don't just get upset, they contribute to their upsetness. And it's said by Albert Ellis.
Yeah, when things happen in life that make you mad or upset, you can either bounce right away from it, I would say, or you can take that moment to let it sink in and let it affect you, I would say. Now, it is not as easy as we say it. Obviously, things get the best of us, and we react differently and we react unconsciously sometimes to things that make us upset. But when you think about it, it is true. You can control what upsets you or not, actually. If you stay upset and let it get to you, it's sort of a choice. It is sort of a choice, actually, you know, when you think about it. When you feel like you can control it. It's not as easy as it is, but if you try to exercise, you can make things that used to upset you before not upset you anymore. And that's a good example, I would say.
Yeah. I don't know, when I did read this, I thought about one thing, perhaps it's not the real thing, but judging yourself. Sometimes, I don't know, if you didn't do what you wanted to do for the day, you could either see it as this is life,
Yeah.
or
and
you
move
can
on.
see it as
No,
you,
it's not
you
okay.
stupid person,
Yeah.
you didn't do what you need to do, and you make yourself upset. And it's something that I'm working on it. I thought I did involved. I still am, but it's a good thing to see that sometimes it's not the life which make you upset or the environment, it's how you handle it. Because there is one person who say, you did good, this is life, this is theoretical versus reality, or other they say, oh, I didn't do it as I thought, so I am a very bad person, and they get upset.
So yeah, it's whether you let it get to you and you dwell on it,
It's
or
on
you
you.
just
Yeah, it's on you, on me, on you.
It's not easy because we function a certain way, but like default functioning, you know. But you can work on things, and I have succeeded to make things that used to upset me, I would say, optional, or I did something. I think I try to put it in my head that it's not that important, so whenever it happens, it doesn't upset me anymore. So that's like self-controlling, and it works, but it's not that easy, you know? Especially if it really makes you upset, you have to work from 10 to 0, let's say. If it's something that it makes you a little bit upset, then you can definitely work on it right away. So yeah.
So give us your opinion about how you handle being upset, or what pushed you to be upset.
And if you had something before that upset you that doesn't upset you anymore, how did you do it?
Tell us in the comments, in the message, and contact us if you want. And guys, with that we say see you next time.
See you in the next episode, you guys. Bye.